It's real. People need
tax on your body.
if we're all born with the same size and you have to lug around all that shit and other people don't, it's pretty blatant.
Also, if you lose the weight, you'll have amazing leg muscles. I was saying that to Stavros, and he showed me his calves. Stavros' calves are like watermelons. They're giant.
He's got calves on those cows.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Sweat.
If you're carrying around that much extra weight, like, boy, if you lost the weight, you'd be so fit. You'd be so strong. Get into Muay Thai, you fucking people up.
He's in the pad thai.
Bah, you can't help yourself. It's always there. That's so quick.
Oh man, we just mass taped a bunch of episodes of Kill Tony so that we could take a few weeks off after these arenas, and so I'm like,
yeah,
zip, zip, zip.
Yeah, full on.
Oh yeah.
Did you do 2 last night?
Yeah, 2 last night, 2 the night before. Some epic moments. Perhaps one of the greatest, and this is me tooting my own horn, but one of my greatest interviews ever with a big trans comedian, like a hefty, looks like 100%, like just like a big woman, steps up and goes, "Hey, so here we go," and like the whole room has its attention. Where at first we were
funny.
Okay. Very new, very new. But I will say this is rolled with everything. It's an epic interview because I'm going pretty hard because she's laughing at everything, and I find it to be like, okay, we have this, and everybody wanted it, and everybody needed it, and it makes her look good, and everyone won.
Nice.
But there was a part where I literally go, so I gotta ask, and this might be disrespectful, what direction are we going here? What did you start as, and what are you going for? I know you're trans, but like I don't even know.
Is this boy to girl, girl to boy?
Oh man, and she's laughing too because it's like she knows what's up.
I'm sure you're aware of this, but that lady got arrested who was on your show saying that she stormed the Capitol. Yeah. The feds came and got her. They're like, oh yeah?
I found out about this last night in the middle of a show, but didn't even have time to think about it or read the articles.
Yeah, they're going hard after people that went into the Capitol.
Red Band mentioned that it may have been because of our show.
It is because of your show.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, that's how the feds are watching the show. The FBI. I swear to God, I was in there. I wouldn't go there. I'm not into that. It's my thing.
Damn. That's wild. Oh man, I got her in. Well, she got her in trouble.
Yeah, it's not good to brag about breaking into the fucking Capitol. I was first wave up the stairs. She shouted the microphone. January 6th video footage shows I took a little pepper spray. I didn't think I'd ever be sprayed by cops in my own country. I support the police. Arrest warrant states the FBI confirmed the couple's identity through cell phone and credit card records, flight and hotel bookings, and physical surveillance of their Santa Ynez home. They surveilled their homes. In June, Jones defended her actions while speaking at a comedy show in Austin. Jones said she did not do anything that she thought was illegal. She only entered a public section of the building, not a private office or any other restricted area. I've been to the Capitol multiple times. There's never been any reason not to go in. Well, that's just dumb. That's just being dumb. If you see a mob storming into the Capitol, like, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Because didn't they arrest people that didn't go in?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, they put that one dude in jail from InfoWars. What is his name? Owen, I forget how to pronounce his last name, but I think he went to jail for like 7 months, and he was never even there. What did he go to jail for? 2 months. Was he sentenced for 7 months, or was it 70 days?
Prosecutors said he, quote, helped create by spewing violent rhetoric and spreading baseless claims of sexual to hundreds of thousands of people.
Wow.
Pled guilty to illegally entering a restricted area.
What area is that? So did he go into the Capitol?
Says he didn't enter the Capitol, but he led a march to the building and led rioters and chants him. He's among only a few people charged in the riot who neither went inside the building nor were accused of engaging in violence or obstruction.
Here's where he fucked up. Should have joined the FBI first. He joined the FBI and then did that. They'd be like, good job. Got everybody to go in there.
Crazy. I don't know what's going to happen next. The reason why I didn't get to read about that article is because when checked the news right before bed after a long night last night, all I could see was that Colorado voted to have Trump off the ballot.
There's so much wild shit going on, dude.
That there, and I rarely am like, oh no, with the news, but that one there scares me.
The guy that did Ex Machina just did a new movie called Civil War. That's coming out.
This is what that's exactly what I pictured.
You seen the trailer? Let's play the trailer because it looks dope. And that Ex Machina guy, what is his name, Jamie? Alex Garland. He's the shit. That Ex Machina is one of my all-time favorite movies. That movie gives me the creeps every time I watch it. Because I'm like, if I was that guy and that robot was talking to me, I'd get seduced too. She's so hot. She's so hot, and she knows how to pull the strings.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to do.
I guess it would have this like pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
That's sad. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrike?
We need to go down there.
They shoot capital. Every instinct in me says this is death. Bloody.
Wars. Thought I was sending a warning. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? You're American, okay? Okay. Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Which is insurrection, which I believe, yes, this is correct, I believe of the Civil War. And I believe they created that amendment against the Union Army from holding elected office. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Former officers of the Confederate Army.
I think anybody who's in the Confederate Army. I think anybody who's in the insurrection. I think even if you were a soldier. I think to stop that.
Yeah.
Which is why, meanwhile, it's a legal term, what it means. So Trump has neither been indicted nor convicted for insurrection. That seems crazy.
And again, it's like, of course, every other state with a Democratic or liberal-leaning Supreme Court is going to follow this lead. They don't want to be behind Colorado. They're going to go, we have to show America that we're more woke, more aware than Colorado. Let's do this.
If that happens, that's a very scary thing. That's very scary because regardless of what you think about Trump as a personality and this air quotes threat to democracy, what is democracy if it's not people having the ability to choose an elected leader? What is democracy? Like, what are you saying? Threat to what? If you are literally subverting democracy because you think someone's a threat to democracy, you're a threat to democracy
100%.
just by what you're doing. Just because people believe that this one person is absolutely, that's the whole reason why people have elections. One group has to make a case that they would be better leaders and they have a better plan. They have a better path forward for America. If you think they're wrong, the whole idea of democracy is you're supposed to have a better case. That's what the debates are for. That's what the campaign trail is for. When they stand in front of the people and they tell the people, when I become president, I will fix this and I will fix that. And everybody goes, yay. That's what they're doing. Now, that they can't do that, that's a threat to democracy. If you're saying they can't state their case, if you're saying they literally can't be on the ballot.
Right.
Because that's insane.
Yeah.
And it's 4 out of 7 chose that. 4 said yes, 3 said no.
It's crazy.
Is that correct? 3 or 2? 3 said yes, 2 said no?
It was 4-3.
4-3. So 4 said yes, 3 said no.
Check an article the BBC put out.
What does it say?
It's for now. This only is for the state's primary election.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to probably be held up in court for appeals past the deadline, which is January 4th. So it might not matter.
Why would it not matter?
Because it's going to have it wouldn't affect his ability to be on the primary ballot, according to what this is saying. If it doesn't go in effect until January 4th, and then it's held up in court because of an appeal, then they can't block him from being on that ballot. It's also not for the presidential ballot, which would be in November.
One thing, if there was no allegations of criminal activity from the current president. You know, if the current president is someone like Barack Obama, you know, who is way better president by everyone's account, the way holds, whether or not you believe his policies, whether or not you think that he did a good job with whatever, drone attacks and, you know, whistleblowers, all the things he said he was going to do that he didn't do, if that, put that aside, just as a spokesperson, just as a representative of the country, a guy smarter than us, who's out there, speaks measured and calm, a real statesman, but you don't even have that. Like, you got this guy who's
dead shell of a old seashell.
And on top of that, there's a bunch of shit that he's involved with that looks super sketchy. A bunch.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of things.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many business dealings.
The money that we've
questions.
given to Ukraine is just crazy. And we weren't really hearing of Ukraine until before he was president, his son's dealings with Ukraine. And then all this stuff with Ukraine starts happening. And they get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars.
I think it's over 100 billion. But here's a question. Because they were just talking about this today. Are we really funding a portion of their government? Are we funding as American taxpayers? I think what this person was saying was that we are funding a percentage of their schools, their elected officials. We're funding a certain percentage of that too. We're like keeping their government afloat.
Seems like it. I mean, who wouldn't move some money from that account into other accounts?
No, but I think that's part of the deal. That's like above board. Forget about what's happening.
Right.
Where money's getting siphoned off.
So it's like known that we're funding their government.
I think so. That's what this person was saying. I don't know if it's correct. That's why James didn't get on it. Damn. But it's one of those things where it's like, wait a minute. When does this end? Is this another one of them 20-year deals? Is this another one of those Afghanistan deals? Have you ever seen the breakdown of the amount of money that we spent in Ukraine and what that could have done for America? It's insane. It could have given everyone in Maui, like everyone who lost their home, some insane amount of money, rebuilt Maui many times over. It could have fixed all of our infrastructure. It could have secured the wall. It could have, there's like so much money that have gone into education, homelessness, all these different problems that we have in America that are like key problems that keep coming up over and over and over again. It makes you wonder. It really does. Because if they really did spend $100 billion in Ukraine that they could have spent in America, what if someone did that? What if someone said, yeah, I know this is going to raise taxes, I know this is going to raise inflation, but if we spend this money in America and we fix all these problems, the next generation coming up, we've showed statistically we will be 20% better off. We'll have 20% less crime. We'll have 20% less incarcerations. If they come up with some number that they could show you, everybody would be kind of like, yeah, Yeah, taxes are more, but this is a real plan to like actually rebuild America. And there's discussions of it on the news every day. There's people like, fuck building America. What we need to do is this and that and that and this and green energy and all this shit. If there was that, and this was our dispute, how much better would the world be?
It would take a businessman who's like anti-war and could bring like peace to the Middle East and have all the other crazy world leaders in check.
Yeah. Did you see Vivek Ramaswamy? You know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
Dan Jones, listened to his speech, was saying that it's like he's going to be around 50 years longer than Trump. And so he does a speech. He goes, Van Jones, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. And when I saw that, I'm like, more of this, dude.
Trump opened up the door to that kind of shit.
Yeah.
He really did. When there was no politicians before Trump that you ever even heard swear.
Yeah.
When Trump was talking about China, he goes, you can say, you know, we want to negotiate, we want to do this, or you could say, listen, motherfucker. And people are like, yes, talk like a real person.
Yes.
Talk like a real person.
Yeah.
That's what the world is missing. People talking like real people.
Right. Obama was such a good politician, such a good people speaker that he kind of like beat the video game. Yeah. Now we need a new video game. You know what I mean? And Trump was that, a real human.
Have you seen where they face swapped that lady who's the White House press secretary with Obama?
No.
It's when she's talking about how there is no evidence at all that Obama is secretly running the government. It's simply not true. And it's her face swap with Obama. Let me see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I saved it. I'm really good at saving all these stupid posts I find every day. This is why I can't be on this phone. This phone has...
I didn't even know you could do that. I go the long way. It's like I'm like an old man on Instagram, so I mail them to myself.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah.
But you can have little folders. Like I have little folders. I've had folders for conspiracies. And...
Is that what that like bookmark looking thing is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you click that.
Where is it?
What do I have it under? I think I have it under government. I have too many categories. I have disasters. The disaster one is insane. There's so many disasters that you can find on the internet now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this.
I like, I think it's thieves getting fucked or robbers getting fucked, where people try to steal things and they run into like a cashier with a gun.
Oh, those are always fun.
Yeah.
I have an entire folder dedicated to Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah.
All the most ridiculous shit she says.
Everything. She can't do anything. Has she ever said anything not crazy? Oh, this is hysterical.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, you found it, Jamie. Thank you. So, please.
Puppet master for this administration, but there's no evidence. There's no evidence. There's no evidence that Obama is Joe's puppet master. There's none. Absolutely none. None. And that is just a fact. You can't say that it looks like my hair is the dirty mop the janitor is looking for. You can't say that it looks like I lazily slapped on some of Big Mike's lipstick and horrific eye contact.
AI.
That's wild.
AI is insane. I mean, we are going to have no idea what's real or what's fake within a couple of years.
Yeah.
We don't know. We just don't know.
Right.
You could have everything from people crying about a crime that never committed. Like you could have a disaster that's fake, and a bunch of fake people crying about that disaster and telling their story of what happened, and they're not even real people. It's all CGI. You're going to be able to, like, there's no telling. Committing crimes, natural disasters, you're never going to know. Speaking of natural disasters, did you see that video? They got a volcano camera that's pointed at this camera in Iceland, and they caught it the moment the volcano erupted. Oh, that's wild. Iceland has some volcanoes, son, and they popped a few years back. Remember, the flights were fucked up and no one could fly. Remember that?
In Iceland?
Yeah. When the problem is when they eject all that stuff into the atmosphere, you can't see. So it takes like a long time for that stuff to go down where people can fly watch this. Watch this. It's really cool.
The volcano.
Yeah, it went boom. Look at that. That's it popping. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
They caught the moment it blew. So it's spraying, and the video of it going down the mountainside. This is the video of it going down the mountainside. How amazing is that, man?
That's crazy.
The literal blood of the earth pouring out of a fucking staph infection.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Isn't that incredible?
Unbelievable.
That's how continents are made, kids. That's how Hawaii got made. Fucking, these dudes are just chilling. Goes off every couple of years. So what happened was that volcano went off, and there was a Rolling Stone reporter that was embedded. I think it was in Iraq, and they got too comfortable with this dude being around, and they started, because he was there, he was stuck because he couldn't fly out, so he was there a lot longer than he was supposed to be, and he reported a bunch of shit that they had said about Obama. Is that Mount St. Helens? Oh, that's the other one.
2010 eruption.
Yeah, so this was when it happened. So
I don't know how to say that.
what was the guy's name? The reporter, Michael Hastings. So he reported that this general was being very dismissive of Obama and insulting Obama. He printed it in the Rolling Stone. And so this general had to resign. And so when this general resigned, this guy Hastings was fucked. He's fucked, right? And he started saying, "Hey, I think people are following me. I think people are trying to kill me."
He was still in Iraq at the time?
No, he came back to America. And so he was, so listen, so he's saying that, you know, and then his car goes 125 miles an hour on Sunset Boulevard.
Car, right?
No,
Or
there was no electric cars back then.
Or it was
The Crystal's exit, yeah, volcanic intervention. So the volcano blew up, and this guy got stuck there. It says "The Runaway General" is the title of this story. And so this guy Michael Hastings, this is like the conspiracy theory, because his car goes 125 miles an hour right into a fucking tree, boom, and blows up. The engine was like, it wasn't like a regular accident, like it was a big one, like it was a big fucking accident. And either he did it on purpose, like he was trying to kill himself, like this is it, there's a video of it. I mean, this dude is fucking flying down the street.
Funny for your references, in LA off La Brea.
Oh, it's off
La Brea. All of Santa Monica.
Look at that, look how fast it's going.
They hit one of
Boom!
those giant palm trees that's in the middle of it right there.
And look at that explosion.
It wasn't.
I thought it was on Sunset. It was on
No, he
Sunset.
was going down La Brea south, I believe.
Okay.
It wasn't a self-driving car.
No. But it was a Mercedes.
2010, they didn't have them.
No, but what they did have is technology that would allow.
Right.
They had computers in cars back
Yeah.
then.
That's
And so the question was,
right.
do we have the technology to take over someone's car? All you'd have to do is just make it accelerate. You wouldn't necessarily have to point it towards a tree.
Oh yeah.
You just have it go 120 miles an hour. If you don't
Gonna
care
run
about
into
who it
something.
hits,
Yeah.
if you don't care about the other people, with
Say it's the middle of the night, which I think this was, right?
yeah, you just hit it,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, I can't slow his car down. It's impossible to slow the car down. It takes over the engine. It takes over. You don't have to be able to steer it.
Right.
You don't have to have self-steering technology. Just have control the accelerator.
Oh yeah.
And if you have a computer, if the car is run by a computer, which was this a 2010 car? What kind of car was it? I want to say it was a Mercedes.
I know it was a Mercedes, but I don't know what the actual vehicle car was.
Listen, they had that ability back then. They had the ability to do that to the enemy. If they wanted, like if you're in Afghanistan or whatever, you want to make someone's car, if you rig it like that, I'm sure they could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a computer in the car, 2010 is not that long ago. Seems like it is. 13 years.
Yeah.
13 years ago is crazy to think the technology has moved so far from 13 years ago. Like if it was today, you would say 100% they could do that.
Yeah.
But I think they could do that 13 years ago. And so that was the big conspiracy theory that they whacked this dude because he got McChrystal fired. Damn. Which they probably did.
Yeah. They can. And the more we find
They might
out,
have.
the more it seems like that stuff happens quite a bit.
They did things that tested positive for amphetamines. But the dirty secret about journalists is a lot of them are on Adderall. A lot of them. It's how they make deadlines. For the guys that I know that have taken it, they've been pretty forthcoming about it and said it's a life changer. It's just like, I get so much shit done. Of course, you're on meth.
Yeah.
You're on amphetamines.
Yeah.
So they were saying that he was on amphetamines, he was just cranked out of his mind, and he did that on purpose, which is a possibility. You fucking never know. Sometimes if people think the government's trying to kill them, maybe they crack under pressure. And they just fucking, I can't take this anymore. I'm just going to drive into a tree.
That's a weird way to kill yourself.
It is, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. But also, if you wanted to have a juicy conspiracy narrative, you wanted to go all Sam Tripoli on that.
Yeah. Very suspicious. Volcano, right? That would have been the classy way to do it when he had a
Well, he
chance.
wasn't near the volcano.
Right.
Yeah, if he wanted to take a flight over, yeah, but he wasn't. He didn't know that they were going to come for him after that. But that's what they do in that world. They try to take things down. You know, if you're a journalist and you're embedded with these guys and they say something juicy, you can take them down with this juicy thing. This is just what you do, whether or not it's good for the country or not. And that guy was beloved. Apparently, he was just great general. And now all of a sudden he's not a general anymore because of a reporter. Oof. And who are his people? The people that are like the professional killers of the world.
Yeah.
That are legally allowed to kill people.
And secretly.
Yeah. Guess what, fuckface?
Yeah.
You just made a big mistake.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I was his friend. I know that's what your job is, but you can make a juicy article just about how hard it is over there and how crazy it is over there. Wouldn't that be better?